All right, team, today, first of all, thank you very much for joining this short session. Now, my primary objective that I want to share with you, talking about conventional performance management system. And one of the reasons also because all of you are developing performance management system. All right, so rightfully, as a developer, you should know what the transpired, where our system come from, actually addressing the conventional problem, performance management problem. I mean, part of it also, as an employee of the organization, whether this organization or any other organization, performance management is one of the HR system that they must have. Whether hard copy, whether cloud-based, whatever thing, irrespective, but you must have the system. Now, first of all, of course, when you join the organization, they pay you for joining them, correct? Huh? Why they pay you? Because they want you to perform, correct? Huh? Yeah, nobody pay you for nothing. They pay you because they want you to perform. That's why performance management system, in my view, is one of the most critical system in HR organization. If you don't do it or you don't manage it properly, then eventually you're wasting your resources. You pay for nothing, right? So some organizations have that kind of challenge. They don't understand fully why do we need to have performance management system. At least even conventional way also still helpful. Yeah, but I will share with you what the difference between these two conceptual framework. Yeah. So this is what I'm going to cover today. The first one is talking about why we need to manage performance. Of course, one of the objectives why you need to manage performance is because you, the organization, pay your service, pay for your service. If you look at the service industry, for example, like legal firm, hotel, or maybe in the organization that are developing software, 80 to 85% of the operational costs come from the employee wages. So you imagine 80% of the costs come from the employee and you don't manage them. Wrong, isn't it? Something is not at all right. Okay? So let me share with you how the conventional ways work. But before that, most of the time when I share with my clients are out there from the performance management perspective, I would normally share with them the balance scorecard first, where HR fit in to that balance scorecard. Alright? Balance scorecard consists of four elements: the finance, the market, the operation, as well as the people. Now, organizations exist for profit-oriented organization. Of course, they're looking at the finance. I want to make money, and that's the key objective. Correct enough? Now, how to make money? You need your market, you need your product, and you need to market it. So this is talking about the marketing portion, the operational portion. Now, the other part is this is the you need to produce your product. What kind of product are you going to produce? Hard products, good, or even services. Alright? And then, who to produce this one? It's the people. So people, somewhere along the line, is the key in any organization. And in fact, all organizations are talking about the same thing. People are the most valuable asset. But my question to those organizations out there that use service that, do we really mean that people are the most important asset? If you mean it, then you need to manage it properly, right? Some of them may not. So if you look under the people perspective, what do we looking for? We want some people who are very competent to do the job, right? Huh? If you are the software developer, so I want you to be competent in developing the software. If you're the marketing guy, then I want you to be very good in marketing guy. There's some skill set that you need to learn or acquire. The second one is, I want your commitment. You are competent, not enough, but I want your commitment. Sometimes you have the knowledge, but you have no commitment. So we have problems where they call it or they term it as the presentism. What does it mean? The employee come physically in the organization, in the office, but they're actually not working. They may be looking at the computer, do here, do that, but they're not actually working. They do something else. So I want that commitment. Then, based on that commitment, then only you can perform. Produce the good or services that the organization wants to see. Alright? And then, of course, your performance is the one that impacts the organization bottom line. We're talking about the profit and loss. Yeah. So, people portion is extremely important to ensure that we can produce the goods and services that the organization embarking on, and they can market it so that they can have the profit from the financial standpoint. So these key elements I will share with them, but eventually the focus is on the people. Now, why is it so important to manage people? As you can see from this slide here, employee engagement is talking about the commitment that I mentioned just now. Alright? 71% of executives believe that employee engagement is very important, yet only 24% saying that the organization employees are highly engaged. There's so much gap. Correct? No? They know that's very important. But the engagement level is about 24%. The commitment level is only 24%. So how can you achieve your organizational goal? Very unlikely. Yeah. This research is done by, let me see, some well-known organization. Yeah. This is to the company executive across the globe, and is referring to the number of the executives that they interview. The strategy to get the employee engaged, clearly understand how the job contribute to the organization strategy, that's 70%. But then you look at the bottom here, communicate the strategy widely and so on. So we have a lot of challenges there. So what does it mean here is that before you can get the commitment and the engagement from the employee, the organizations must well define what the goal is supposed to be. But ironically, we still have a challenge around that. Yeah? Performance management. 2 out of 10 of the employee surveys see clear connection between the task and also the functional goal. 2 out of 10. If I reverse it, 8 out of 10 don't know. Meaning that 80% of the employees that work in the organization don't know what they are doing actually contribute to the organization objective. So how can they do a good job when they don't even know what are they contributing to? Alright? How can we overcome this problem? So that's a challenge that in any organization to do with the performance management. Now, in general, traditional way or new way also still very much based on the same parameter. If you want to manage your performance, first of all, you need to understand what is your corporate goal look like. What is your objective? If your objective, let's say this year, is to bring in another 20 million sales, that is your critical strategy for this year. So that must have first. So this corporate objective is normally decided by the CEO or the GM of the organization. So this must come first. The second, after the CEO already decided what they want to do, what they want to achieve this year, then the next thing is, of course, you need to ensure that every HOD is understand your role how to achieve that 20 million that they want to bring in. Correct or not? So this HOD function. Now HOD again need to translate this into the individual objective to ensure that everybody doing the right thing to ensure that we achieve the 20 million goal. So these three parameters here must exist, This parameter here must exist in any organization. Most of the time, as far as I'm concerned, the missing link is that the employee here just come into the organization day in, day out, doing the job, but they don't know what they are doing is actually contribute to the strategic objective. They don't know. There's a big linkage, disconnect there between the individual objective versus the organizational goal. So there's a big gap. And sometimes what they are doing here not even linked to the departmental level. So that's another issue. Right? In common process, as far as performance management is concerned, performance engagement is concerned, of course you need to start with performance objective, performance review. Normally you also include performance reward inside that, because the performance objective, performance management, their key objective is to be able to reward people proportionately. Correct or not? We use performance management to be able to reward people. Number one. Number two, we also want to ensure that performance management can help the organization to decide, to develop the individual employee, which area of competency that this person is lacking in they need to develop. And of course, the third one is talking about your organization human resource planning, or resource planning we call it, to ensure that moving forward, let's say from now until 3 years down the road, what kind of skill set do I need? Then I look at the current skill set. Do I have this skill set or not right now to face the challenge next 3 years time? You don't have, then you take corrective action right now. Either train them up or get new resources come into your organization. So this is generally the process as far as the performance management is concerned. So you look at the